Imran Khan never appeared in the court, never brought any proof to against 10 billion, putting an allegation on Shehbaz Sharif. How he's been living in the jail, what he's eating in the jail. Please provide his videos from the jail. What is the filth of his condition? Why he's been given chair to say prayer? A lot of bullying and a lot of character assassination and false allegations and deep fake videos and which we've been suffering all, not only politicians.
Hello and welcome to DawnNews English. 20 minutes, I'm Nadia with you. We have Member Provincial Punjab Assembly Salma Butt from Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Thank you so much for joining us. Today seemed to be a very interesting day and all eyes were on the Supreme Court because Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister and founder of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, was allowed by the Supreme Court to appear through a video link in the NAP Ordinance case. And everybody was thinking that, will this really occur? Will the video link actually function? Will he be, live streamed on television channels? Or at least, the Supreme Court's live streaming channel. But none of this happened, and it was decided that no visuals are going to be shown, and it wasn't even live streamed. So why now everyone is raising a lot of questions regarding this? Is the government having some sort of jitters that if Imran Khan's visual comes across the television or across the news media, it's going to be a problem to handle?
Bismillah, thank you very much for having me here. I don't think so with his visuals or with his coming on social media, appearing on any forum would be a problem for the government. I think where the Supreme Court could arrange a video linked appearance for him, they could also allow him to appear on television screens. So I think it's probably is a domain or a prerogative of Supreme Court and judiciary, which held this appearance. I think government has nothing to do with it, except for government was asked to make arrangements for him to appear through video link, and those arrangements were made according to the orders of the Supreme Court. So because even in past history, I think Imran Khan is the only political leader who was given chance to appear on social media and on all national TV channels for the past 10 years. Despite and when he was appearing on national televisions and on social media on daily basis for hours and hours, and he was giving his speeches and sermons, whatever he wanted to say, he had said to this society, to this country for the last 10 years. At that time, all other political leaders and opponents were blacked out from the media, especially Nawaz Sharif, Maryam Nawaz, PML-N leaders. They could not appear on television. And for the 10 years, this country was made to listen to Imran Khan only. So even if after that, we could, as PML-N, we could make a comeback through elections, through political process, through democratic process. So if we could fight his, this battle of his appearances of 10 years, if we could counter that with our political space and with our political fight, why would we be scared of his one appearance be broadcasted on social media or anywhere?
Okay, so you mean to say it is not anything to do with the government? We were just asked to make arrangements, which we did, for the video link for his appearance in the Supreme Court of Pakistan. But do you realize, Ms. Salma Butt Sahiba, that Imran Khan's visuals are not shown on television channel, and there seems to be an unwritten sort of a rule that he's not allowed to, even his visuals are not allowed to be shown, even of any sort of past visuals. Otherwise, you would be seeing that. So why is the news media being curbed like this? The same thing happened with PML-N leader. I do agree with that, when he was incarcerated. And the same thing is happening now.
It happened through PEMRA, and it was officially, everything was made possible not to let them appear on any television channel or anywhere. But in this case, government has not given any kind of order. If he is convicted or if he is He has a lot of numerous cases against him, and he's going into the courts, and the cases are into inquiry phase. And if he's not been shown on television because he is behind the bars, so I think that's the PML-N government has nothing to do with it, because we have not sent any orders to the camera, which he did in past. There's a difference between when we were not appearing and when he's not been shown. So,
Okay, so you said that Imran Khan, as Prime Minister, never allowed all of you to appear on television during his regime.
Yeah.
But this time it's not you.
Yes, because he actually said it many times during his speeches, not only in Pakistan but also abroad. He always mentioned that I will put my opponents behind the bars. I will send them to the jails. He took the names. He said, I'll send Shahid Khaqan Abbasi to the jail. He said, I will take TV and AC off from the jail when Nawaz Sharif was in the jail. So he actually owned everything. He planned everything. He said everything. Everything is on record. Have you ever heard from a PML-N leader for the past 2 months that it's the third month that we are into the government? Have you ever heard this kind of statement from Nawaz Sharif, from Maryam Nawaz, or from Shehbaz Sharif? Can you cite even one example that we said that he shouldn't be appearing on television, he shouldn't be given this chance, he shouldn't be brought food from home? We have not done any such thing because we don't believe in persecution. If he is into prosecution process, that we cannot help.
Well, if you haven't done anything wrong, but then there must be something. So again, the question arises, then who has given the orders? Which means that there is someone above the government giving these orders. The reality is that you do not see Imran Khan's even past visuals on any television screen.
Because Imran Khan is in jail. So these days, he's been not broadcasted from jail. So whenever he comes to the court, he gives statements, and those statements appear on social media and on everywhere, whenever he gives in. He wrote an article from jail, and that article was published in an international magazine few days back. How can you say that? When he asked for the court appearance, he's been given chance to appear in the court through video link. So, he is not barred by us. Secondly, and I would like to give a comparison here. When our leadership was in jail, were they ever allowed to write articles for newspaper? Were they ever allowed when they came to the hearings in the courts? During their hearings, Maryam Nawaz was asked not to talk to media, otherwise she would be banned to meet her, to see her kids in the jail, in the custody. So, this kind of threats and this kind of things are on record. And against that, when Imran Khan comes here, no one says that. Whenever he comes to his hearings, he speaks, he says, he gives, and this article is one of the proofs that he has it. And then he held his he asked for the meetings with his lawyers before today's appearance, and he was given full chance to meet his lawyers.
That's a right of any person. That's a right of any person who's in custody.
I'm just telling you the way he has been enjoying his rights while being in custody, no other political leader could enjoy. And then he's been holding dozens of party meetings on regular basis in the jail. He's been not barred by anything. He's not, under any odd circumstances. But whereas he have had a history of putting his opponents into odd situations during his regime by accepting it and by declaring
it. But Saiba, this sort of complaints we have seen PML-N leaders making, that he's been given a lot of relief while even being incarcerated. He's allowed to meet his counsels, he's allowed to have meetings, and he's enjoying his life in prison. So what exactly do you mean to say? Who actually is making this incarceration so enjoyable for him?
Clearly states that we do not have any such intention to incarcerate against him or to do anything against him, which he did in the past. He was party to make restrictions on his opponents, which we are not doing. This is the difference between us and him. Because now we are not trying, and we're not focusing on this thing, that how he's been living in the jail, what he's eating in the jail. Please provide his videos from the jail. What is the filth of his condition? Why he's been given chair to say prayer. He stopped not to provide chair to Shehbaz Sharif while being in custody to say his prayers because he had the back issue. So this kind of things we're not focusing, we're not involved into it because we are focusing on making our governance issues all right. We are focusing on meeting people's problems. We are trying to lower the inflation, which we have been doing successfully. Today, you see the inflation has gone down 7 to 8%, and we are aiming to bring this inflation down by next year up till 5 to 6% from 30 and above percent. So we are focusing to provide. We are focusing to provide sasti roti. We are focusing to provide sasti bijli to the people of this country who need it. So we are focusing on employment generation programs. We are focusing to bring in IT revolution for young people. Not Imran Khan and his condition in the jail.
There is a lot of criticism that the Punjab government is now drawn with the introduction of a new sort of a law that is in the making regarding defamation. And it has been delayed until Sunday, where you have asked people if they have any sort of objections to come and deal with it. My only question is that Pakistan has defamation laws, slander laws. Why does Punjab government need yet another law for it? It looks like, it appears that as if Punjab government is sort of not very open to criticism or dissent.
Actually, I'm part of this defamation law committee, and the ordinance, the only ordinance we have that is 2002 ordinance you are referring to, the defamation ordinance. So, but why we want it in Punjab? Because we have made certain amendments into that ordinance to make it more applicable. You see, in our country, one of the main reasons that we go through a lot of harassment, we go through a lot of bullying, we go through a lot of cyber crime, we face a lot of things because we do not have a strong defamation law applicable. So if we are working on it, and if we want to bring in, and it's a resolve from the very first day that we want a strong defamation law, and the ordinance you are referring to is under the crime law. Now we are.
You have laws for cyber crime. You have a PECA law. You also have other sorts of laws that where you can file a case against any sort of libel or slander. So that's why everybody is questioning, why does Punjab need yet another law? Because it seems like your government is sort of shrinking, voices.
No, not at all. Not at all. If our
government do not enjoy criticism.
No, not at all. The kind of and the amount of criticism that we have enjoyed, no one else has enjoyed in this country so far in the past 76 years. And secondly, this law is not saying not to speak. This law is just saying if you write something, if you make a cartoon of me, if you write something wrong and false about me, or you print somewhere, or you defame me, or you make mockery of me on something, and which is baseless and which has no evidence. So then if I ask you to prove this, you have to prove it. You cannot lie after this defamation law, and if you would lie, you would be punished with a fine. And it's a civil law, we're not going to get it like the police is going to your house and they're going to raid you, they're going to arrest you. It's not like that. So we are establishing single bench tribunals under this act, and once it comes in place, so people would be given a right, freedom, choice of freedom, and speak with a sense of responsibility, speak with evidence. This is what we want to bring in. Then you cannot make 35 punctual statement, and next time you say that somebody told in my ear, so that is why I made this statement. Then you can't do this. Say that any anchor sitting on, any female anchor is sitting on television doing a show, and you just giving her a character assassination, a baseless character assassination. So this is not for politicians. This is for the entire province, for the 13 crore people of this province, and we're not focusing or highlighting political population in it. So it's once it comes into and secondly, we have given 3, 4, 5 days to opposition. We have just laid it, and we have asked them to come up with their whatever amendments they want to propose, whatever suggestions they want to give, whatever comments they want to make. And we're not making it like a presidential ordinance, which the previous government of PTI, they were in a habit of bringing everything through ordinances, through presidential ordinance. This is what they did in the NAB law. During PTI, Imran Khan was doing all these things through ordinances, presidential ordinances. When we, the National Assembly, asked to bring these changes through assembly, and he's against this. But the same thing he was repeating time and again through presidential
But the 16-month government of PDM also brought in a lot of ordinances. We must not forget that. And Salma Saad, I need to know this new law that is in the offing or in the making. It's going to encompass everything, be it an online harassment, be it through news media, be it through electronic media, print media. It encompasses everything, right?
Yes. It encompasses print media, electronic media, social media, whatever, all the social media tools and mediums, be it TikTok, be it Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So it covers, and if you are making audio notes about somebody, so its ambit is quite clear. All that, all those mediums and means, which can be a medium of humiliation for someone, or character assassination for someone, or maligning someone. If for example, we have seen a lot of cases where we have put allegations on political leaders, and later when we are asked in the court, even I would like to cite that example when Shehbaz Sharif asked Imran Khan 10 billion rupees case, that when Shehbaz Sharif went into court, Imran Khan never appeared in the court, never brought any proof against 10 billion, putting an allegation on Shehbaz Sharif. What happened after that in that case? So in this defamation law, the tribunal is supposed to give its decision within 180 days. So they have to give decision in 6 months. And this is how we can stop this anonymity and this cyber crime and this a lot of bullying and a lot of character assassination and false allegations and deep fake videos, and which we've been suffering all, not only politicians, even journalists are suffering from this, even our actresses are suffering from this, even media persons are suffering from this, even girls who are going to college, who are going to work, they're all suffering from it. Entire society is suffering from it. It's a huge problem that we need to face. And then I would like to cite another example.
My only problem was, and just let me allow to submit this, there's going to be a lot of confusion. We have women laws, that is the domestic violence, we have harassment laws against women, harassment at workplace, and there are laws that are enacted by the federal government. And now Punjab is coming up with another law. So there's going to be a lot of confusion. Then we have cybercrime laws also. And Punjab is trying to encompass every aspect of all these laws. So that's why my question was, why does Punjab need yet another law? Because you have PML-N has its government in the federal level. Maybe if there was any sort of modification required in those existing laws, that could be done through the parliament, and it could be for the entire Pakistan.
I think this harm in bringing a defamation law for Punjab, I think this is going to be an example which other provinces can follow and can take, advantage, can see the results of it and can follow the same pattern, because we need to deal this issue at provincial level, because we are a country with, we are a federation where we are going towards autonomy. We need to have provincial subjects. So I think harassment or defamation should be dealt as a provincial subject, because it makes it easier for you, for me, for everyone to approach, to access, and to file complaint against such things.
Okay, so lastly, because I have to wind up the show, my only question is that this sort of a law, let's say there has been defamation, harassment of a person living in Balochistan, that person cannot file in Punjab according to this law. Only people who reside in Punjab can actually file their cases based on this law.
Yes,
it's Punjab.
But anybody sitting in Sindh, Balochistan, KP, or anywhere is harassing someone who is residing in Punjab, the person who is residing in Punjab can file a complaint against that person. So it's secure to people of Punjab.
Okay, well, let's see. Once this is enacted, only then we can
Probably
actually.
it is going to be an example for other provinces.
So every province is going to have a separate law. That means. But thank you so much for your time, Salma Saiba. That's all for today. Goodbye.